most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Sharp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to show how you to do your first pull-up, if you haven't already, at age 40, 50, 60, and then we're going to teach you to do, or train you to do 8 more.
Right.
Because I think about, what I think about pull-ups, Brad, if you can still be doing pull-ups at 60, you're a bad...
Oh,
Yeah,
I would say
it's
so.
It's a family show, so bad. You know, it's epic.
It was the A word.
Yeah. But, you know, you can be a freak in a good way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's a great exercise, and it's good for your shoulders, and it's good for, you know, like I said.
It makes you feel strong like bull.
Right. I want to be able to rip off 10 when I'm 70.
Oh, that's a good goal.
That's my goal. So, all right. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section, because what we're giving away today is a pull-up system, and we'll show you that as we're using it.
Absolutely.
You can also find the contest on Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top page. Go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of our program. And what else do we have, Brad?
Well, Bob, we have the podcast out there, and we've got some outstanding people that we've interviewed.
Yeah, great interviews.
Yep, it's great information.
And more coming up. The first assumption we're going to make, Brad, is you currently can't do a pull-up, and we're going to show you how to go to do the first one. That's the most difficult one.
I was in this situation about
6
months ago. I quit doing them after high school, then because I didn't care. Then I tried to do them. I got to admit, I could do 1.5.
Sure.
But it wasn't fun, and I thought,
yeah,
why do this? But then anyways...
Yeah, I went back into them. I was getting neck pain when I was doing it, but now I rip them off. So, if you want to start doing pull-ups, you want to strengthen the prime muscles involved in doing a pull-up.
So that'd be like the major ones?
Well, the muscles that you need to do a pull-up, we're going to go over them right now.
Perfect.
And this was according to a study.
Yep.
The muscles, and these were in the most important order, you know, descending order, right? The first one is the most important. That's your core, believe it or not. Your core is really important, actually, for all lifting.
Sure.
Even the big weightlifters, they really work on their core.
Yep, that's their back belt.
Next one, biceps.
Ooh, strong like bull.
Lats, that's what everybody thinks of when you're doing.
Get that V shape.
Get the V shape. Mid to lower traps. You want to turn around, Brad? I'll show you where those are. So.
Oh, just once?
Yeah. No, face there.
Okay.
Okay, so the lower traps are down is here. Middle traps are in this area here.
Yeah.
So
upper traps, which
up there,
we don't care about those for this.
And the last one is grip. We want to improve your grip too.
Right,
all right, the first thing we're going to do is, now we're using our system here, the Bob and Brad pull-up system. You can use any pull-up bar to do this.
Right.
I'll tell you why I like this. I'll tell you the disadvantage. I like this because you can do these in your office. You hook up. You're going to get 3 of these wall anchors with the kit. These got to be put into 2 studs,
wooden studs, not steel studs. They have to be wooden.
Absolutely, got to make sure about that, because you'll pull it right out otherwise. But you can also put these like on a beam.
Sure.
You know, which I had in my basement.
A wooden beam.
But I actually moved it back up to my office because I'm doing them throughout the day now.
Sure. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So you can see it's really easy to hook these up, and they'll hold what? I mean,
both Bob and I, we had 400 pounds hanging on one of those.
Yeah, on one of those. So if you weigh 800 pounds.
We rated at 300, which is a very safe rating.
Right. So the disadvantage for some people, you are right up against the wall, which I think is good because it actually keeps you from cheating.
Right.
But you will slide up and down the wall when you're doing it. I just want people to know that. But I'm going to show you why that's another advantage later when we use this band.
Sure.
Here. So, all right, the first one you're going to do is what we call scapular pull-ups. This is the lower traps and grip. And so basically, you're pulling up the body without bending the arm. So you're not bending like this. You're just pulling up like this, and you're starting the scapulars.
Right here. It's a subtle movement, but it's very critical and important. So he's working these muscles here. and that's the core. You know, it's part of the core of the shoulders.
Yes,
And,
exactly.
and you have to have that to do a good pull-up. So
Now, what you may not know is that that is actually the first step with all pull-ups. Like when I'm going to do a pull-up, you have to do this first. You tighten that, and then you pull up. It's all one smooth motion, so you don't see it on people.
right.
But so that's very important. With all these, I'm going to have you do it 2 times a week,
Hmm.
and 3 sets of 10.
Sure.
Just to keep it simple.
Yep.
So, all right, the next one is a kneeling pull down. You are going to have to get some pull-up
Loops.
bands or
Yep.
loops from us or from anybody. They usually come in a set of 5.
Right.
This is the heavy duty one, but if you're just starting off, they've got ones that are a lot less intense.
Right. Right.
So, but what's nice about this, you can hook it up to the anchor like this, and you can kneel down, and you're going to do pull downs. So this is actually going to work the lats, the core, and the bicep. Now you want to do these kneeling. If you do them seated, you don't work the core very well. They found that in a study to be true. So I'm just gonna pull down like this.
Yeah, so right here, you know, those lats are pulling down. So we've already reached these muscles with the
Yeah.
previous exercise. Now we're
Hitting the lats.
yeah.
That's the main one we're hitting here. So again, 3 sets of 10. I don't want to bore you by going all 3 sets of 10 right now. So now this is an interesting one. Now you be careful when you do this one.
Oh.
Want to make sure it's attached really well. You're going to do reverse rows. And
Oh.
I call them reverse standing rows. Now you're going to hit your lats, your core, your mid traps,
Sure.
and your arms a bit when you do that. Now you're going to grab on. Now just start by doing this and lean back a little bit and pull back like this. But then eventually you're actually you'll feel comfortable with this. Lean forward like
Yep.
this. And I'm going to go back a little bit further.
There you go. So you're thinking about squeezing
Yeah, I'm
those
squeezing the shoulder
blades.
blades, getting that mid trap.
Yep. These are great for posture as
Yeah,
well.
they are. And you're working your core.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I do some similar ones with actually, that's a different story. It will be another video.
Well, it's not all about you, Brad.
Well, I know. I wanted to get a word in. and so
Yeah.
I've been pretty quiet.
Okay, next one. This is where I think this system shines, Brad.
Yeah.
Because you may have heard of assisted pull-ups before, and I've seen some kind of fails on them.
Mhm.
Like they'll put it on the bar and it'll snap up or it'll come off. The bar will come
sure.
off. You certainly don't want to do it on one of the ones that goes in the doorway.
Yeah.
So, but what you can do, this is hooked up into the anchor. You're just going to pull down like this and put it on your knee like this. And now these are assisted pull-ups because you want to start feeling what it feels like to do a full pull-up. So you're going to start down and you're going to find out these make it infinitely more easy.
Right. Yeah. And it really works well because, first of all, you get a feel for the motion.
Right.
Psychologically, you realize, oh, I can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is big. And it gets those shoulders used to that weight.
I think I could do about 100 that way, Brad.
Well, maybe
But-
we'll do a video on that.
Yeah. So eventually what you're going to do then is you're going to start going to a lesser band.
Oh.
There's 5 of them and you'll work harder and harder. Brad's going to grab one. We got a mess here.
Oh, yeah.
But there's the purple. That's the next one.
Yep.
So you'll be able to hook that one up. And
Oh, I do have a mess. But
yeah. So the final one you do is you're going to do negative pull-ups. Now, for many of you, you're going to have to stand on something like a stool and lower yourself down. It's a kind of a eccentric contraction here. So, but I'm tall enough. When you're 6'6", comes in handy once in a while. So I can actually just lower myself down and lower myself down.
And you could get a little stool that you could do this.
Well,
with, so,
exactly. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Brad. So,
yeah.
all right,
I've got them, Bob. Look at that.
here we go.
There we go. 4 here, 1
Yep.
there, all different sizes.
When you get down to this one, you probably can start doing real
Yeah.
pull-ups. That's probably not helping you much anymore. So now, Tanner, if you don't mind spinning it a little bit, now once you can do at least 5 pull-ups, okay. Once you've done this training, you switch. You can actually do 5 on your own. I want you then, you're going to start a different system. And this is called greasing the groove.
Greasing the groove.
Yep. Kind of like it's training your neurological system. Gotta get my breath first. So
This is where it gets deep.
yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it fairly simple, Brad.
Yeah. I meant the BS. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, this was recommended by Pavel, and I don't know how to say his last name. Tsat.
He's an exercise guru.
Souline. He introduced the Russian kettlebell to the
Okay.
West
Oh, I see.
in 1998 and kind of started the kettlebell revolution. But he's a former Soviet Special Forces physical training instructor.
Oh.
He's quite a character. I mean, I've seen him on a bunch of podcasts. He's noble.
You've
and
seen
gives
him
a-
on podcasts?
Yeah, because they show the podcast.
Oh,
and,
that's right.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
So there's 2 primary ways to get strong.
Okay.
One, you actually lift heavier weights.
Yep.
You tear down the muscle, micro trauma.
Yep.
Then it heals and it recovers and adapts and it's stronger than before.
Sure.
The other way is you're actually using lighter weights, but you're training your neurological system. So the example he gave is, and he calls it greasing the groove. He said, if you, let's say you have an 8-cylinder engine,
Yeah.
okay,
V8.
V8, which we all do, let's say we all do. You're only gonna able to fire off maybe 2 cylinders at once.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, no.
Just kidding. It's
So you're only firing a certain amount of fibers when you're working.
Right.
When you're working, and the ones the great lifters, they're able to fire off a way better percentage than you do
because it's from their training.
from their training,
Mhm.
right? So instead of firing off 2, we're trying to get you to fire off 3 or 4,
Okay.
and the way you do 40% of your max. So let's say you can do 10 pull-ups.
Yeah.
You're gonna only do 4.
Okay.
You don't want to get even close to fatigue. You always
Okay.
want to be fresh.
Yeah.
So if you're only able to do 5 pull-ups, which is what we're recommending that you get up to,
Yeah.
you'd only do 2 pull-ups,
Okay.
and you're going to do them throughout the day. Like,
You don't have to though. You can just do it once a day, or you're
oh
supposed
no,
to do it.
if you want to get stronger, you're going to have to do it throughout the day. Like
How many though?
I would. He said he kind of left it open.
Yep.
As long as you're fresh and do it as often as possible, as long as you're staying fresh.
I would assume at least 3 times a day.
Oh, at least 3.
Yeah. Probably more like 5.
Yeah.
So if you did 5, that'd still be only 10 pull-ups total.
Right.
But you spread it out, and that's going to tune in that
Yep.
system.
Tune into your neurological system. As you get stronger, you can increase. You could do 3 reps
Sure.
throughout the day.
Yep.
I'm doing 3 right now, just because I feel really fresh with that.
Right.
You shouldn't sweat at all.
Sure.
That's where again these come in handy.
Right.
I had it down in my basement. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do them if they're down in my basement. But I go to this bedroom and I see them all the time, and every time I see them, I rip off 3.
You could just put them in your hallway. Actually, every time you walk
Yeah.
by, if you got to get up to use the restroom.
Of course,
do a
that'd
few
have to be approved by the wife, my wife.
Well, I think she would go for
No,
it.
she
'Cause
would
she might
not.
want to do it as well.
She would not, but anyway, you don't want to overtrain. You're not exercising to failure. This is really kind of a radical approach. You're not going to get that much bigger,
Mhm.
but you're going to be able to do pull-ups.
Right, and you're
And-
going to burn some calories.
Yeah, he was talking about his father or father-in-law who was able to do more pull-ups now at age 70 than he could do when he was a young Marine.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because he used the grease to groove method.
So he does that method, but then every now and then you
every
can
now
do
and then you test it.
you test it and see
Yeah.
how many you can
You
do
can
for
do
a
it, yeah.
max. Yep. Well, that's
And
good.
I think you'll find I'm finding out that I'm pulling up easier.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I'll probably go up to 4. So check it out.
Well, we
Pull
got
up.
10 years, and then you'll be 70, and then we can see if you can do
Yeah.
10, right?
10 at
70.
I want to be able to do 10 at 7.
The 10 at 70 group.
So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys.